you mentioned Logan Paul, and we're about a month away from him fighting Dillon Danis and KSI fighting Tommy Fury. And this is essentially like a prime fight, if you will. Of course, KSI and Logan Paul are partners in prime. I think they have a third partner who's actually driving the business, but still, they're the big brand influence that's got this beverage company hotter than ever out of nowhere, with a B, billions with a B. But along the way, they're going to promote this fight, of course. And I think a lot of people assumed KSI and Tommy Fury, him being the younger brother of Tyson Fury, boy, that's going to get everybody hot and bothered. We saw the Tommy Fury Jake Paul fight. I don't expect this will be any different. I think Paul's just. I mean, KSI's got no shot against Tommy Fury. But what everybody's talking about is not that quote unquote main event. It's the undercard. With the way Dillon Danis has been promoting the fight against Logan Paul, he's pulled out all the stops. He's become the ultimate Twitter troll, just really going after Logan's fiance, who I guess is a public person and a model as well. But I'm curious to see if you've caught any of that and what you think of that promotion, because I don't know that anybody was even caring or interested in that fight, but because of the social media aspect, it's now super hyped, super popular, super viral. And I do a podcast every week that comes out on Tuesdays. And the old wise man on that show has been saying pretty consistently, young guys in this wrestling business need to understand the power of social media. That's how you promote and that's how you get over. I don't know if Dillon Danis is a listener, but boy, has he done it. What do you think of the job Dillon has done? And in your opinion, has it gone too far?
You do a much better job of phrasing that. Can you peel one layer of the onion back? How would you, for example, what is his mission statement on Twitter to promote this fight in regards to the fiance? Because I got a little story here.
So just so everyone knows, because I know there's a lot of just hardcore wrestling fans listening, Dillon Danis is a multiple-time jiu-jitsu world champion, but the most recent time he fought was 4 years ago. And since then, he's developed a bit of a reputation amongst naysayers where people would say, oh, he's going to no-show. He's not going to show up. He's going to pull out of the fight. He's not a real fighter. He's got all these excuses, blah, blah, blah. He gets booked for this fight against Logan Paul. And Logan Paul goes as hard as you can, or Dillon Danis does, at Logan's fiance. And he made it his mission to post pictures of his fiance with other guys, nothing scandalous, just anyone she's ever posed for a picture with the implication being, this is bro code. Are you sure you want to do this, Logan? And of course, really, it's just goading him into a fight. As silly as this sounds, if you haven't been paying attention to this, in the month of August, he had over 2 billion impressions on his posts. It resulted in a lawsuit, a real deal lawsuit, where now Logan's fiance is suing Dillon. Now, when I say real deal, I mean it was actually filed in a courthouse. I don't know how far they're going with this promoting, but I know for sure Dillon is selling his ass off on this fight. And it's not so much about the two guys as it is one guy is very clearly trying to position himself as a heel. It's wrestling, Jeff.
Oh, so my brother-in-law, about a month ago, we're talking about maybe high school football or catching up or whatever. And he's like, hey man, have you, speaking of Logan Paul, have you, and Conrad, this is how he does it. So Jeff, do you know anything about this Logan Paul fight? And I said, nope. And so he goes on to explain it. And he may get, he may
bad,
get, but then he goes on to explain, he's like, and I'm trying to do an impersonation of him because he could not get the question out because he's like, in his mind, okay, Jeff's in professional wrestling. I've been in the family for 20 years, over 25 years. I probably should know this. Maybe I shouldn't know this. And he's like, is this stuff real?
Oh my gosh.
You know, and I go, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. And he's like, man, it is heavy. And I said, well, you know, you never know. I said, but they are driving toward a fight. And he's like, yeah, man, but man, they're going deep on this stuff. It's over and over and over. I took it that it was super scandalous that they were revealing.
Jeff, he said he has video of Logan's fiance doing things that you don't want to see your fiance doing before she knew you.
But it's hype. I mean, there's no been.
Come on, man. Of course it is, and that's what's great is
there's no stake here. So far, it's just they're doing promos back and forth, right? But anyway,
yes.
Finish my story in the gym, not once but twice. That was just last week. So there is water cooler talk built around this.
Yes.
Over and over and over, and I'm thinking, my man Logan is a machine, and I say a machine, a marketing machine. I'm pretty proud that. So is the judge Stanley Blackburn or Jack Tunney? Do you know which judge is presiding over this case?
I don't know who the judge is, but I appreciate what you just said, because all I could think when I saw it on TMZ that she had filed lawsuit against him, because I guess what she did, or what he did, is he had someone hack into her Snapchat.
Oh,
or that's the story.
Oh, goodness.
And she looks right at the camera and talks about all these different things she'd like to see happen. You don't really want to hear those things. No one should have seen that. And then allegedly there was a video of her playing flute, maybe. I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff out there now. And so it was logical that she would file suit. Well, I heard once upon a time that Macho Man was such a stickler that if any fan went down to the courthouse and looked to see, well, they'd find out what was really going on with him and Miss Elizabeth, because they carried it all the way. And so I just thought when I saw that on TMZ, and these guys have figured it out, because again, I want to repeat what I just said there. One man's Twitter, he has 900,000 followers now. He had a lot less than that when the month of August started. But one man on Twitter with 900,000, so less than 1 million, had over 2 billion impressions, billions with a B, in August.
I love it.
And so, Jeff, I want to ask you, what station and what time can we see Dillon on network TV? Does he come on Mondays, or is that Wednesdays, or is that Fridays? He's not on TV at all, y'all. He doesn't have one segment on TV whatsoever. His Twitter got 2 billion impressions. So I know there's a lot of people out there who think in order to be successful in wrestling, you have to have your match has got to go 3 segments, and you got to be in a crossover.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, wait. These guys have water cooler talk at the gym in real life without one television clearance.
Bingo.
It's not on TV at all. They're posting shit to YouTube. That's free. They're posting shit on social media. That's free. The paid I'm sure there's an advertising budget for this, but what they've done on social media, I mean, if you went and you asked like a Darren Ravel what the social media, the advertising value of just Dillon Danis's Twitter last month was, it would be unbelievable. And it was free. And all I could think is this is Jeff. Jeff has said this is exactly what to do. And whether you got to troll the guy on his fiance's questionable past, whether or not that's true, who knows, or murder a grandpa in a parking lot in Nashville, you just got to do what you got to do.